Hi, good morning, little painters. Today we are going to be painting Olaf in a pond. I know, I look a little different, don't I? I put these dreads, I made them out of wool. I'm not quite finished yet. I'm actually going to have some more in here, but I made them last night and I put them in my hair. I braided, this is my hair, braided into here, but I colored my blonde hair to dark so that it would all match. So anyway, I'm going to be painting your Olaf today. He's going to be floating in the water, and you don't have to put any writing in. I sent a picture. Your big people can show you the picture. You can write whatever you want, but my suggestion is if you have a Sharpie, wait until your background is nice and dry, and then when you want to write something, figure out what you want to write first, and then write it on after when it's dry. It won't work when it's wet, so wait till it's dry. Okay, so here we go. We are going to go and paint your Olaf. It's just that, so you can see the whole thing. So the colors you're going to need today are blue and white, definitely for the water and for Olaf. If you have orange, perfect. Then you don't need red and yellow because we just have a little bit of orange for his nose and then some black just to color in his eyes a little bit. Maybe surround him some. I'm using a smaller canvas today. These are some that are just a little bit dirty and I can't use them when I'm working, so I thought, why not just use them while I'm doing this? So that's what we're going to do. Let me just find my picture of Olaf so that I can show you guys what to do. Okay, come on. Pictures. Pictures, pictures, pictures. I hope you guys like that glitter kitty cat. I'm sorry my first video was kind of choppy, but it won't happen again. All right, found them. All right, so here's what we're going to be painting today. Olaf floating in the water. So we're going to start, we're not going to color the background today. We're just going to start right up here with his head. And I'm going to go with, let's do it with blue. Let's do it with blue. Oh, paper towel. What's going on here? Gotta be organized when you start. You need a paper towel to wipe stuff off with. Okay. All right, here we go. Take some blue with your round brush. You got your little round brush. We're just probably going to use this one and the big one today. But for now, just use your little round one. We're going to start with his head, and he's kind of laying sideways in here. We want to leave enough room so he has some room for stick hands. So come here, and it's just going to be kind of a squarish kind of thing for his head. And then it's coming down this way. And then his chin's going to be about here. Don't take up too much room because we're going to need room for his other body parts. So his cheek, he kind of laughs. It comes up a little bit. And then we can fix this all with paint. So it's kind of goes like that. We can adjust it with paint. I think his forehead's actually a little bit higher. So I'm going to do that. See how everybody makes mistakes? I thought his forehead needed to be a little bit higher. Here's my original line. So just go a little higher. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, take all the paint off of it. So swishy swish around in the water. Take it on your napkin, and when no paint comes out, then it's good. And then you can just do this. Dip it back in the water on your paper towel. Do this. Look at how I'm erasing. I'm going to erase some of it because you don't even have to be very neat. Just in the water, dry it off. In the water, dry it off. And keep doing that till it kind of disappears. Then you can even take your paper towel, now that you got most of it, it's kind of wet, and just rub it out. There, off. Do that with that bit there too. Here you go, it's off. We're going to fix that with paint, so don't worry about it, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Even us big people make mistakes, and it's okay. It's how we learn. How I learn, anyway. And then we're going to go for his next body piece, which is just some sort of a circly bit. It doesn't even have to be straight line, because once he's separated a little bit. He floats a little bit apart. So let's go right here. It's just sort of any old kind of a roundish rectangle. It doesn't have to be any shape at all. It's just his middle part of his body. This is so fun. Move that water out of the way. Can everybody see okay? So his bottom part, it's more of an oval shape. And I'm going to go here so I have enough room. It's pretty big. He had a big bottom. Pretty simple. And then they look like marshmallows. You draw like a marshmallow floating over here. And a marshmallow, maybe he's floating down here. There. That's his body parts. Pretty easy, right? Okay. So, you know what? I'm wrong. I think I'm going to use this medium-sized brush just so that we can color around his shapes. So let's start with that. We're going to make blue because now we're just going to leave that and we're going to draw the ocean. So take some white and, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to move some blue into that white pile. Take a little bit of blue because blue can be really, really strong and it can take over the whole painting. Like it'll swallow up all your color and then it'll just be blue. It won't even be blue and white anymore. So you're going to mix up a color that you want your ocean to be. Yeah, I need it to be a little bit darker. A little bit darker. So you do a little bit at a time and then it doesn't get too dark all at once. It's easier to make it darker than to make it lighter. That's a fact. Okay, so there we go. We've got our white. Let's trace around the part that we like. It doesn't have to be neat. Don't want it to be neat actually, because we're going to put swirls in here. But to start with, we need to save those white shapes. Super easy breezy. It's a cold day today, so I thought, oh, I'm going to paint a cold painting. Somebody asked for this one. So I'm going to paint a cold painting. This is a cold painting. However, not so cold for Olaf because he's floating around in the water, melting. I'm melting, I'm melting. There, now I've traced around all the body parts with my blue to the edge. And now I can take my big brush. And I'm going to add even more blue into that mixture. And I'm just going to paint the whole canvas blue. I had to add a little water to my paint because my paint is very thick. I didn't want to paint the snowman. I want to paint the whole canvas first and then do the snowman because it's really hard to cover over this white with the blue on the bottom. It would just be painting and painting and painting and painting and painting and painting and painting. And it wouldn't cover the white up very well. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to go across or up and down. You can go in circles if you want, but it's not very good for your paintbrush if you scrub circles in. It's getting blue. Now you can see your snowman. Oh my goodness. It's like opening a Christmas present. My eyes are watering so much right now. I don't know what's going on. Do you want to build a snowman? I wish I remembered all the songs, all the words to those songs. I like Frozen, the movie, the first one. I like the first one better than the second one. But I did like the second one. And I went to Disneyland and I met Olaf and Elsa and Anna a few years ago at Christmas time. If you guys ever want to go to Disneyland and your parents say, when would you like to go? Don't pick Christmas. It's beautiful, but you can never get on the rides. Okay, so clean off your brushes as best as you can. I'm going to clean off my medium one. Depending on how big your pieces are here, you can do the medium brush, this one, or you can do the round brush. I'm going to do the medium one. You might want to do the round one. I don't know. Excuse me. So we are going to go into the white. And we're going to start painting him white. I know it's already white, but I've said it before, the canvas will go yellow after time. So paint on the inside and then go to the edge and carve out your Olaf shape. If you get some blue coming into your painting because you touched the edge and the blue's now coming into your face, take your brush, wipe it off, and start over again. Don't drag that blue all the way through. Just stop. You might have to dry it. Would be actually a good time to take the blow dryer, dry the background so that the blue doesn't come into your painting at all. Okay? So maybe your big person can help you with that. See? I just dragged the blue in there. So I need to wipe that off. You have to wash your brush out. I got a lot of them on there. I don't know how that happened. So I might have to live with some blue because I'm not going to blow dry this time. I'm trying to change the shape of my chin. So let me just take another look at this guy. I want to make sure he looks like Olaf. His chin comes quite a bit down, so I'm maybe going to adjust him way down like this. Look at how much I got to adjust. So now if you guys are dry, here's what I'm saying. If you guys are dry, you're not going to turn blue like this. So blow dry your background first. Get rid of that blue. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to do the best I can with what I got with a wet canvas. So I'm just going to worry about the shape. Okay. That's my shape. Can you guys see that pretty good? Even though it's a little bit blue, it's not supposed to be blue. It's white. Take a blow dryer and blow dry your shape. Big person, help them out if you have to. Coloring that one in white. Do the middle first and then go out to the edges. Smooth it up a little bit. Mine's going to have a little blue in it. I'm just going to live with that. I'm okay with that. You might want yours to be all white. And if it's blow dried, you won't have this problem. So I have a joke for you guys about snowman. What did one snowman say to the other snowman? He said, "Do you smell carrots?" Okay, there's his bottom part. So keep that a little bit thick, and then we're going to do his feet. Oops, I got blue again. I'm actually going to add a little blue later, but not right now. I don't want any right now. Mine's all blue. It's all blue. Okay. Clean that off. Clean that off. Let's see if I can get some more white in here. I don't know if I can. Nope. I'll fix mine later. Anyways, that's all supposed to be white. Let's take some black now. I'm going to use that round brush. Gotta use the round brush. And I'm going to go into the black because we're going to give him some arms. So I'm just going to bring one over here, just floating around. It's just a line. And then it has, I'll take my glasses off. It has little fingers on it. And they're wide open. I think he's only got 4. And this one's coming down this way. And he's got wide open fingers too. So cool. Okay, he's got a button on that one, and then he's got a button here, and a button here. He's got hair. Oh my goodness, he's got some hair. 1, 2, and then one comes off with that main one. Okay, just give me a second now. If you want to get creative, you can take your white and you can make some streaks in the water. Maybe there's puddles around him a little bit. This you do before the hands. Really, it would be better. But I'm just going to do a few just to make the water look like a little bit around his belly. Just mix that in with your blue. Maybe there's a little bit in here. If it gets to be too white, you can just go over it with some blue. Maybe under here. Whoa, yeah, there we go. Just so it looks like the water is all moving around. And go around, go around, go around. Go around this way, go around this way. If it gets too white, let me do this. So say you went like that and oh, now it's too white there. You don't like that? Don't get all stressed out. You just go in, take your blue, go over top of it with some blue. Mix it around. There you go. Now it all goes away. Okay? Don't ever get stressed out. You put white wherever you want. There, now it just looks like it's moving around a little bit. Love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Now, his face should really be dry, you guys, before you try this. And if you have a tiny, tiny little brush, that's even better. This is my tiny, tiny little brush. It's super small. And that's going to be good for doing his eyebrows and stuff. So first what we want to do is let's give him a big smile. The corners. See where it comes up here and around here in the corners where his cheeks are? Come in a bit, say right about here's a dot, and put a dot. So you see those two dots there? Make them bigger. A dot and a dot. So those are the high points of his mouth. And then down here, we want to leave him some chin. So we're going to put a dot there. I don't know if you can even see that. I'm going to put a dot there. And I'm going to make sort of a roundy type of a triangle, almost the same shape as his face. But this is going to be his smile. So it's going to swoop down here from dot to dot. So it's going to swoop from this dot and then up to that dot. And you can make it more of a smile shape. But we're going to do that. And then it's going to come down and it's going to be round. So it's going to come down and around to that dot. And then same on this side. Down and around to that. Woo, that's great. Now we don't want to color his tooth in. So let's just make a tooth right here. It's kind of a square, but the corners are a little bit rounded. There's his tooth. And all of this will get colored in black. Okay, now, I'm going to make 2 circles for his eyes. Here. And then one over here. Oh, that was hard. And a couple of eyebrows. His eyebrows are way up here. So start there as a dot and there's a dot. Just sort of between his eyes. It's a little big on this side. And then it comes down to a point like that. So it's a little big on that side. And it comes down. Those are his eyebrows. And Olaf's eyes, he just has circles right in the middle of his eyes. Like that. And now we have to make a nose. So I'm going to use my regular round brush. All that blue paint off of it. And I'm going to mix. Maybe you guys already have orange. I don't. So I'm going to take a little bit of yellow, or a little bit of red, and a lot of yellow. And mix that together. More yellow. And it makes an orange color. But if you have orange, you just saved yourself a lot of time. So I'm going to roll that. So I got pointy. And I'm going to make his nose. And it kind of goes sideways, it looks like. So it kind of humps over that. And it comes around and humps that way. I have to color that in some orange. Kind of like that. It's kind of like that. Now I'm going to take the orange off that medium brush because I'm just going to start coloring him in now. All right, so just give me 1 second. Mom? Audrey's outside. I'm in the middle of filming. Yes. Okay, guys, I got to be real quick here. And I'm going to color this in black. And there you have it. You're going to color that in a lot blacker than I have. And then I'm going to make mine white again and just go over my parts and just highlight them. But that's Olaf. I hope you guys like it. And I will send the picture along with this so you can see what it's supposed to look like when it's all done. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys again next Tuesday.